So I feel that we can start with the miracles, but before we starting about miracles of Quran, we should know. I've got yeah. So two things we'll have to really note. Two things about the Quran and our madhab, Islam. One thing is that the revelation of the Quran verses came to Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam bit by bit, and it was in real time. It was written in real time. The companion of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to be around with him all the time. Whenever he used to say, they used to write it straight away. He used to repeat the verses of Quran which Jibreel alayhi salam used to tell him, and he used to say that, and the companion used to. There is a narration that there were about 23 or 24 companions were there actually who could read and write. So they used to write it. Not always there, but somebody used to be always there to write that. So that's very important to know that the Quran came bit by bit over the span of 23 years, and it was written in real time. So why I'm stressing that, because the chance of mistake is minimal or none, no chance of mistake. Unlike other books, which was written 125 years ago, 150 years ago. We're talking about Injil and Torah. So obviously, it changes. I'll give you this example. I'm standing over here and talking to you all. I've been told that I'll be talking for 1 hour. I won't be talking more than that. So I hope I'll be able to carry on. If I'm talking for 1 hour, if I come to somebody, any one of you, and say after 15 days, and I'll say, can you recall what I said? I am sure you'll be only able to recall 25% of what I said. I'm very generous, 25% after 2 weeks. Because it's difficult to remember. You've not written it, you've not taped it, you've not recorded it. Reproducing it after 15 days would be very difficult. Imagine if your grandson is going to recall this 1 hour. Would he be able to do that? Or she be able to do that? Probably not. Because it'll dilute so much with time that the actual, the real message will be not there actually. Same is the case with the other books, which Allah Ta'ala has said that it is the best would be that when the Quran will come, it should be written in real time. That's one important thing. And the other thing which is important, Quran has never changed. If you go Quran is exactly the same wherever you go. You go to Brazil, you pick up Quran. You go to New Zealand, pick up Quran. You go to Saudi Arabia, you pick up Quran. Bring all the Quran in front of you and open it. It will be exactly the same. That's very important to know. These two things, not changed, and it is real time. This is most probably the oldest Quran we know. It's been said that it's probably at the era of Hazrat Uthman radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. This was compiled, and it took a lot of painstaking this thing. But if you see that Quran, and if you see today's Quran, it will be exactly the same. This is the miracle. This is the miracle of Quran. This is the miracle of any book. Any book for surviving for such a long time has got edition by edition the best selling, isn't it, in the world? Of all times rather, but still it is not changed. Let's talk about other miracles of the Quran. Before we talk about miracles of Quran, we say what is a miracle? Miracle is an extraordinary event which cannot be explained scientifically or which cannot be explained any rationally. It's an extraordinary event which you cannot explain, and therefore we put it down to a divine agency. That could be the reason why a miracle has happened. If you study the Quran, if you study the previous books, Injil, Bible, or if you study Torah, or if you study other books like Hinduism and all this, you'll find out that miracles has got a very special place. Why? Because the miracle, it's an instant way of telling the person that this is true, this is correct, and it's suddenly the person who's performing the miracle, you will suddenly feel him as very high up status because he has performed a miracle. So in olden days, when people used to be more simpler, less educated or not educated at all, and they used to need a miracle. They needed miracle. Without miracle, it was difficult. So that's the reason why to different Nabi, different messengers of Allah, and these miracles. For example, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam used to have many miracles, but one of them we'll just take. He used to have a asa, we call it asa, a big stick in his hand, and he was told to go to Pharaoh. Egypt was the most powerful country in the world at that time. It's like you're going to White House. You're entering into the very strong place. So the same thing, he was told to go and talk to Pharaoh, and as you know, if you read Quran, he was a bit hesitant. Not to go, but he didn't know how to approach. So among other things, like he was, his brother was along with him as well, Hazrat Harun alayhi salam, and he was given that miracle. So you go there and do the miracle, and he performed the miracle. He threw the asa, the stick, on the floor, and it turns into a big snake, or called Ashdaha. So changed into that. So obviously we know about all the. I'm not going to go into detail about this miracle. Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, Jesus Christ, used to have a miracle, many miracles. One of the miracles was that he used to get the revive the dead people with the command of Allah. So that was a miracle, and obviously other Nabi has got miracles as well. As the time passed, one would know that miracle doesn't last for more than 10-15 years. It doesn't last for more than a generation, because the intensity of the miracle of that on that day is 100%. But then afterwards, you see the intensity of the miracle dilutes slowly with time. And that is the reason why it needed a miracle which would be long-lasting. Long-lasting, and that miracle has to be an educated miracle. And as the time passed, the people were more educated, and they were able to see. And now, up till now, today, we see Quran as a miracle. The most important miracle of Islam is Quran. This is the most important thing.